very rough cut, but it captures the essence of the product. And if you reach accurately, chances of the target market interacting and going in will be very high. But no guarantees, because if I can guarantee you means, no, I don't guarantee. Okay, so what you want to do is, once you engage them, you want to have a digital platform where you can allow them to give them your name, email address, phone number. That's a lead. Anything else is bullshit. Sorry for my language, right? Buying a database today is also, guys, please, you know how many times people recycle the database? It may be very cheap, but it's just and your consumers are out there in the digital ecosystem, right? So you need to buy audiences based on profile. Get them to register, become a lead. If you want, and you know that your product is strong, maybe after a 3-month pre-launch campaign, you've got thousands of leads in your database, you can run a creative campaign and say, I'm going to do a special campaign now. First 100 units, if you book online, additional 5,000 discount, can or not? So you notice as marketing people, with technology and with platforms, you can become more creative. But you must be able to do it in such a way whereby it's done at the right time with the right product. So what I'm saying is what? I'm not saying that you must do this, please. I'm just saying that can be done if you want to do. Okay? And you can do what I call tactical campaigns. You all run campaigns, right? But nowadays you all run campaign what? There's always a joke in KL right now. Developer want to get people to go to the show gallery, right? I don't know whether you guys do this or not. You always get SMSs, right? This weekend, come, Joey Yap will tell you why you should buy the Northwest unit. So they use Feng Shui. And then there's one developer, they of course spend $500,000, put up a huge tent, get all the singers to come and sing. I don't know whether it's Sheila Majid or whoever. A lot of people go lah. They eat lah. Nobody buy. The point is, you don't do those things with unqualified leads. How do you qualify leads today? The only way to do it is digitally. Because if you have engaged with me digitally, and I know what they've been looking at, salespeople have been looking at, then do the event. Then you know that those people walking through the doors are not there because the bakute, sorry, not bakute, rojak or satay, right? Chikute nowadays, halal, is good, right? So, a lot of developers, honestly speaking, and you're all marketing people, correct me if I'm wrong, you stop and you think about it. Sorry, your bosses are not here. Sometimes I say this to some of the Mansris and the Dato Sris. I say, you guys are running out of ideas, aren't you? Because everybody's doing the same thing. So who makes the money? Joey Yap law. Property guru law. Because to get Ho Chin Soon to give a talk, how much now? Anybody tried Ho Chin Soon before? Anybody know who Ho Chin Soon is? You don't know who Ho Chin Soon is? Hey, are you guys new to property or what? You know who Ho Chin Soon is, right? So Ho Chin Soon is a very famous map drawer. And he does a lot of talks on area, location, map maker. So they invite him and the son, one talk, 20,000 there. In the hopes that he can bring in the crowd. Right? So, I'm not saying don't do that, Ho Chin Soon is my friend. But if you want to do it, right, do it when you have qualified. The event then becomes, because what? Hey, you don't sell, you die there. It's not about having a lot of people come and eat the food and everybody happy. You think your boss happy. So the point is, you can then do tactical campaigns, but make sure that your campaign is driven through digital platforms as well. Of course, at the end of the day, it's still property. You still need to think about how to bring the people to your showroom, correct? Because most of the time, correct me if I'm wrong, sales is done in the showroom. So, you still cannot get away from making sure that your sales gallery and your showroom is nice. Experience is good. The lighting is right. Because it's emotional. Property is also emotional. So you can't run away from that. But the good news is this. In today's technology, even before I turn up at your show gallery, I can actually see your show gallery, that one you know, right? A lot of developers have, right? 3D walkthrough. cruise lah, I can see the share gallery before I go there. Right? But the point is that you still want them to be physical because then only your salespeople can engage and do the closing. Right? Okay? So, of course this is your end goal lah, book and sign SPA, which is the most challenging now because one unit nowadays in KL for some properties, right? Especially in the mid-range from 400 to 600,000. One unit, sometimes have to sell 5 times. You know why, right? The first floor cannot get loan. By the way, we have also tied up with a credit rating company. Anybody here knows who CITOS is? CITOS Ramsey, right? So CITOS Ramsey, you go, you can check your credit score first. You can even put in here and say, okay, sir, before we go and, why don't we give you a service and we check your credit score first. Alamak, 350, sir, cannot last, sir. Because you pre-qualify. All those that are 700 above, right, you put in different bucket. Because you know they can get loan, because that's a real issue, right? So we can also come up with campaigns where you do credit check before you actually move them down the sales funnel. Okay? Now, the good news about digital is this, and some of you have already experienced this, right? To explain this very simple, I am going to always tell you that. Anybody else buy things on Lazada, Carousel? Huh? You don't buy things on Lazada. Why? You go and friend her, she teach you how. You notice one thing about the digital ecosystem. If you go to Lazada and you buy something, okay, Agoda is another one. Everybody use Agoda, right? Most of us use Agoda, right? So if you go to Penang and you're looking for a hotel in Penang, what happens after that? There will be ads that will follow you, right? You know how they do that, right? Like that, Once you land on Agoda, you do something, they drop what they call a cookie. Just imagine that something stick to your backside lah. Right? So everywhere you go, they follow your backside. So we can then re-engage the people who are. That means I may go to your website, I don't register, but you still got me. So the next time you go somewhere else, I may try to entice you again with a different ad. Because I know the first time you went, I didn't get you. So I try again. But of course, be careful here, can be quite irritating. You buy red shoes in Lazada, next thing they try to sell you red skirt. I'm being very specific, but that's what they do. They track your profile. You look for hotels in Penang. They will keep on pushing hotels in Penang to you. Right? So today is still, I think, quite early days. They are going to get smarter and smarter about this, and as consumers, we also start to worry. Because they may know you more than your wife does. Because your wife doesn't do everything you do. Right? So the point is, you can then also, even if you visit my showroom and you don't buy, I already cookie you. So what we do then is, we can do what they call retargeting. So you don't let the people that you have engaged drop off. Okay? So I thought how long already? Well, right. Okay, anyways, in a nutshell, this is how. Define your audience, reach them accurately, engage them holistically, physically, digitally as well. Then you can then be able to. Now, the beauty is this, every single cent that you spend in terms of the strategy here and what happens down here can all be calculated back. So as a marketing person, you know what your ROI is. You buy newspaper ad, you know your ROI, You just believe what the star say, 300 eyeballs, 300,000 eyeballs, but there's no engagement. Right? I'm not trying to beat star to death. Actually, you should still do print ads. But when you do print ads, be smart about how you use a print ad to drive them digitally. Right? Because they will still Google you. They will still want to find you online and they will still do all those things. Okay? Clear? So this is how. So I will quickly move on because if not then my colleagues here won't have any time to talk anymore. Guys, some ideas lah. Sometimes as consumers, when something is good, we see, but we get engaged, right? But we don't know how to do it ourselves. Apple is a master of this. Have you seen their ads? Right? But some of the Chinaman bosses may say, wow, you crazy, I spend so much money on the billboard, and then you only use this space and this space. But tell me, if you are driving down the road in the noisy, cluttered world, do you pick this up? You see it. McDonald's also very good, right? I don't know whether you got it here. They just have, puas. What are they doing there? Awareness. Just to drive curiosity. Hey, that's why developers very kiasi one. Everything also want to pack until you're not doing it. Cut the clutter. When you go when you go physical, make sure you cut the clutter. Be specific about what you're trying to get across. This is another example. Simple, because if your is really a good first home, just talk about that. Big home number, make sure your URL is there, right? So don't try to, some funny thing, of course, this one nice view. Most developers, when they do billboard, the building must be there. No building cannot make. Must have one. I don't know why, but if you try to put everything in, then it doesn't get attention anymore because it's noisy. Yeah, correct? Okay? Another example, I don't have to show my building one, but my proposition is very special. It's somewhere in KLCC, it's great location, it's Airbnb ready, it's easy entry. Done. So even if I'm driving fast, at least I see and I remember. But you've got too many things, I won't. Okay? Those are just some ideas. See, I'm not trying to say don't do what you're doing. Do it smartly. Understand the noise. Break through the clutter. That's good advertising. Good advertising are always simple, right? Because you always remember them. Right? The only developer who's probably doing this a bit better than the rest is EcoWorld. They're quite consistent in terms of the brand. So, I'm going to wrap up. Is this out with print, in with digital? Is this question really relevant? Actually, no. I think what I'm trying to get you guys to think about just is to keep an open mind, look at the ecosystem right now, understand consumer behavior, know what your challenges are, and then start asking questions. Start asking the right question. It's not about whether print is not working, billboards are lousy, or digital is so great. It's about understanding what consumers now are doing. And if you understand that and you know how to reach them and you know how to engage them, the chances of you generating a lead is higher. If you can generate these higher chances using right marketing budget, the chances of conversion will be better. But I cannot fix your problem in terms of your property quality and your location and your things like that. That's why this kind of stuff sometimes need to go to your bosses and the people who are actually planning the design and all that. Okay? And really, we live in a world whereby you should be asking, for this particular product, should I go mobile? Should I go social? Do I need to create a lot of content? Because there's a lot of story about this development that I can tell. Do I have data? Very important point here, marketing people. You work for your company. Do you have a CRM or not? Do you have a database of your existing customers? Do you have? All smart, don't have. Got it? Anybody here has a CRM? Okay, so really, these are some of the other pertinent questions that I think marketeers and salespeople should start asking, especially when you are dealing with the current market situation. Okay? So very quickly, how I've explained to you, just to give you a kind of a thinking process, you should nowadays always think digital and mobile first. Okay? Because it's no longer about buying advertisement anymore. It's about thinking about how do I reach those people. And if you reach those people, you then need to create marketing campaigns that are relevant. Relevant to your consumer that you're targeting and relevant to the product. You are trying to match. Right? And of course, don't buy advertising anymore. So today, go back and tell the boss, I learned today something else. Some people tell me, one guy tell me, don't buy advertising. Then buy what? Buy audiences. How? I like that. So, you have to reach, right? Come on, it's common sense. Marketing is about what? Reaching accurately, engaging in a way that is relevant and holistic so that I will actually buy from you. It's no longer so easy. Build, advertise, sell. Those days are over. If you don't know how to reach your customers, engage them, they won't buy from you. Break through the clutter. Simplify, simplify, simplify. So these are some of the tips, right? I'm done. Anyways, I want to explain this. Any questions, guys? Ladies, you never agreed to our agreement, and there was no question. I did all the talking. Ask. Challenge. Sir, I see something in your eye. You want to ask something? Ask. No. Ask. If you're unclear or you have doubts or maybe I'm not clear, or you want to see the proof. You want to see the proof, right? Because I can talk until the cows come home. You say, you talk only lah. Break, Okay? Alright. So we will have a 5-10 minutes break. A 10 minutes break. There's still got coffee, got makan on.
Yeah.
Come back, please. Because you will see the real thing. I talk only. We will show you a case study of what can be done. Okay? Thank you.